Welcome to BattleTech in the Morning with Captain Nips. I'm Captain Nips, and today is a very special day because today I embark on a new long project with the BattleTech Backer Beta. And I tie it back a little bit to some fan fiction, some lore, and some things that are very near and dear to my heart. So today I reveal the Oosik Irregulars Long Expedition Rimward, also known as the OILER program. Now there's a lot going on here. Let's just break this down quick. The Oosik Irregulars are the nom de plume and de facto unit of mech warriors that take up residence online at the Penny Arcade forums, of which I count myself a member in good standing. I tend to push their papers, so I get a pass, even though I'm kind of bad at most of the games and also the paperwork. The Long Expedition Rimward takes a little bit of explanation. So, the Oosik Irregulars were founded before the Second Succession War and will be canonized in the upcoming Second Succession War book by Catalyst Game Labs. Originating in the House Steiner Lyran Commonwealth territories as a house unit, they were deployed and perhaps misjumped, landing on the planet of Talisker in Combine territory, where upon their landing, the accounts are a little bit sketchy, but let's just say that comms were cut and a Class 3 brewery may or may not have been taken for our own purposes, and at which point, going forward in the history, the Oosik Irregulars were formed, basing themselves there. And we have experienced a long and wonderful and lucrative mercenary life based from Talisker, working for most of the factions of the Inner Sphere. Now, in the upcoming BattleTech campaign game, that doesn't take place anywhere near here. So we are going to send a crack team to the Aurigan Reach, departing from our beloved adopted home of Talisker, routing through Lyran territory, and then down through the Free Worlds League, taking care not to jump into Capellan space, because Capellans. Whereupon we will reach the Aurigan Reach and embark upon our new mercenary life, or at least an adjunct mercenary life. But before we can even do this, we need to prove that some of our mech warriors in our unit are capable of handling themselves when they make the travel to the Rimward side of the Inner Sphere. And for that, my friends, we come back to the BattleTech Backer Beta. Welcome back.
Welcome, Commander.
So what will become a series of games is a somewhat trial, some tests of some of our pilots from the unit that I have conveniently added to the roster. First up is Blitz. Blitz volunteered for the Oilers mission mostly out of boredom. Well, mostly from the lost bet that he went in on out of boredom, but it's all the same to him. He uses his Griffin as a medium support harasser, moving around the field and offering sharp shots where available. He longs for the days of old when Griffins were built with longer ranged PPCs and short range missiles. Our second pilot is New Guy. No one actually recalls Iolo joining the Oosiks. Most suspect he never went home after a long night of drinking and listening to stories from the grizzled old timers at an off-world watering hole. Aside from sharing the unit fondness for shooting stuff and large explosions, he is mostly harmless. Our third pilot today, non-offensive. Originally recruited to fill out a lance operation missing a pilot due to alcohol poisoning, this cost-effective hire was originally assigned as bait. No one expected him to become a permanent member of the unit. Somehow, lacking any common sense or strategy, he prevailed against overwhelming odds by punching through a lance of scout mechs sent away from the main conflict to take care of him. Unable to hit the broadside of a barn, he has only shown any weapon proficiency when concentrating on a single weapon. Despite commonly getting in over his head, he manages to make it back after each mission, even if his mech doesn't. No one has gotten his name, and his pilot registry merely lists his mumbled response when asked how he'd like his checks written out. And rounding out our lance today, Padre. Padre is a bit of an enigma among his fellow Oosiks. Concerns about his sanity tend to make them keep their distance and not pry into pesky issues like his past or his name. Yet on the battlefield, there is no one an Oosik would rather have at their side due to his ruthless pursuit of Oosik objectives and the selfless devotion to his fellow unit mates, even if he does occasionally like to scar up their shiny paint with a harmless burst from a machine gun. So as you will have noticed, having selected these units, these are all custom pilots using a kind of shorthand system, a kind of point buy system that I put in front of the members of my unit to say, hey, let's make some custom pilots and let's throw them up against some stuff. So let's throw them up against some stuff. First thing we're going to do is we need to give them some mechs, and per certain requests, we're going to load them up. Padre is going to be piloting a Victor 9B today. Non-offensive is going to be in a Shadowhawk. As soon as we find it, of the 2H variety. New guy is going to be in a Hunchback 4P. And a Blitz is going to be in a Griffin 1N. And just to make sure I got that right, because my memory is poor at best. Yeah, that's right. Of course, we have to turn the budget up to 25 million C-bills for this to work. And for the OILER program, as we vet our pilots, we will be pitting them against the Heavy Striker Lance, which I feel gives a nice balance of targets. You've got a Victor, you've got Assault, Heavy, Medium, Light, so you've got a good span. You've got some threats of missile fire from the Kentaro and laser fire from the Quick Draw. The Victor is a nice, well-rounded, dangerous machine in the BattleTech Backer Beta. And then you have a Jenner to nip at our heels. With a good spread of pilots, I think I'm actually going to change this Victor, however, from Showboat, who is maybe not the best shot, to Sumo, who is a much more dangerous threat. And so there you go. As each of our lances of Oosik pilots go through their proving test, they will be pit against this. And let's get them in arena. I think today, it's been a while. Let's just stay on River Crossing and let's go to Rainy Day. And let's see how our Oosik pilots fare today.
Commencing deployment. Mech warriors, prepare for combat.
Now, when fighting with the Oosik Irregulars, there's a few things that you keep in mind. One, our unit tends to focus on mid to short range brawling. We're much more upfront, in your face kind of combat unit.
Command interface initiated.
Wow, ain't this place scenic?
Second thing to know is that the Oosik Irregulars tend toward medium mechs in general, almost more so than the average inner sphere unit would.
What are your orders, Skipper?
There are certainly pilots within our unit that will pilot anything. give us a mech, we'll pilot it. No questions there.
Ready to rock.
But there's definitely a predilection for
I'm there.
medium mechs
Confirmed.
and other giant robots of that approximate size.
Copy that, Commander.
As we move down into the river valley, attempting to make contact early.
I wonder who this is.
So for this lance, I think the plan is going to be for Padre in the Victor,
Hey,
new
Mom,
guy
we
in
got
the
more guests.
Hunchback, and non-offensive in the Shadowhawk to be leading elements, while Blitz in his Griffin, courtesy of Tox, High Tox, stands back a little bit, uses the PPC in the LRM rack to try and get slightly longer range shots. Now, here we go. We're at initiative. I think I want to reserve Blitz for now, because I want to see targets. I need targets. And speaking of targets, that'll work.
Come on, dummy. Try and hit for real.
Alright, so first things first, we want to
What are your
get
orders, Skipper?
line of sight.
Skipper?
Let's start with new guy, since he's got lots of lasers and wants to apply them. There are not really good lines of sight through here. There's a kind of a hump in the hill right there, which is mildly unfortunate.
Acknowledge, Commander.
New guy comes with evasive move as his pilot skill, so I don't feel too bad about moving him towards the front of the lance, since we've proven time and time again how ridiculous evasion is. Speaking of ridiculous evasion, hey Paradise.
No love on that strike.
And this time I know it's Paradise. I made sure to look at the character portraits this time. Also, that guy fired weapons off a move and still got evasion, which means it has to be Paradise. Here's new guy's turn. Dodge some attacks, takes a missile or two. Nothing terribly exciting.
Mama can hit harder than that.
We may have to change our focus away from the
Yep.
Jenner now. So let's see what non-offensive can bring to the table. Let's get ourselves a nice chunk of forest here and check some range banding. So AC5, 80%, LRM5, 80%, medium laser 55. Not quite into short range from this position, but I'm kind of okay with that.
Now,
Can at least start this engagement with some mid to long range fire. Go ahead and fire all the guns, even though we're lacking a little bit for 2-hit percentage. So we've got the cover here, which is going to help, because Kataro's going to throw a hojillion missiles. Alright.
ready to rock.
Blitz's turn. Blitz needs to get... Yeah, that seems like a decent spot. Slightly behind and to the left. We get cover from the forest there, and
Roger that, Commander.
we actually get the right side of this quick draw here. So let's make this happen.
Engaging target.
Solid hit with the PPC. We must be standing in some forest or something there. Here comes their Victor. Interesting little mirror match almost that's got set up here. I thought about taking the, I think it was the Striker
What's up, Commander?
unit of heavies, and it turned out to be like an assault and 3 mediums, and I was like, that was maybe too much of a mirror match. So, Padre's behind a bit. He doesn't have good targets. I think I'm going to have him sprint up so that I can get him into a better position and maybe draw some fire as a target. I don't really want to fire on that Jenner. I think I want to concentrate on this quick draw or this Victor first. So let's move up. Top of the order. There goes the Jenner. New guy doing a good job of dodging the Jenner's attacks. Alright, so Blitz from where you're standing. Doesn't seem to be a strong need to move, because we could take another shot at this quick draw. Gonna have to start watching his heat though with the PPC and the LRM-10. Nice solid hit. You like that? Missiles getting the job done there. Land one in the head. Okay. Non-offensive taking the brunt of the early attacks, unfortunately. So, with that in mind, I think we take non-offensive and we roll him back just a bit. Get him to a new bit of cover. Looks like 70, 50, 80, 55 is about where I'm going to land regardless. 50, 80, yeah, alright, so let's do that.
You got it.
Peel off. Non-offensive takes up a new position in the trees nearby. Turns and fires on the quick draw, as focusing fire is one of the first tenets of Oosik engagement rules. Quick draw is now open on the side torsos. Fortunately, here comes some more
Damage is minor, Commander.
missiles in the direction of non-offensive. Alright, new guy.
Your order, Skipper.
New guy needs to get down in front. Iolo, buddy, I need you to be a target, but they ain't targeting you. Can actually sneak our lasers past this rocky outcropping here with 95% chance to hit.
Engaging target.
Are we cooking up something good here? Woo! Look at all that laser fire. And the knockdown. That won't last long because the quick draw is going to get its turn next. Oh, I'm mistaken. Oh, non taking heavy fire. Oh no, non-offensive dies to head cap. Our condolences in this simulation. Non-offensive, you were put out.
Yeah.
And now we're in a bind. Now we're in a bind because Padre has a tactics of 2, which does not make for firing at downed mechs very easy. I think we may have to push him into this Victor and just match mech for mech and try and keep that situation tied up. On the plus side, Padre is a real good shot in pretty much all other circumstances. So we're going to make this work get done.
You got it.
It's a good start. Opened up side panel. And we're back to the top. Enemy Jenner's going to take a move. That thing is going to be a pain to deal with. Just in every conceivable, along every conceivable axis.
Confirmed.
Alright, blitz. So the question becomes, where's the better shots? Looks like the better shots are to take him at the quick draw that's downed. He's in cover. Blitz comes with Precision Strike and Master Tactician, which is why he's going on Initiative Phase 4. I think with Precision Strike, let's see if we can take a shot at this quick draw. What are we dealing with here? 95 damage on the C, 95 health left on the CT. I could go for center of mass, or I could go for, let's see, 57 on the head. 90% on the called shot because Iolo has a tactics of 6, which is pretty good. Let's take the shot and see what happens. Side torso. And now the quick draw gets up. Iolo continuing to dodge.
Damage is minor, Commander.
Doing a good job now of attracting attention.
Orders?
Speaking of attention, let's take a move into the water, turn in a way that might be helpful. Let's see. If we go here, keep our forward facing. I want to keep a line on that quick draw because we need to drop an enemy mech or this is going to turn real hard against me real fast. There we go. Line up the shot, 80% to hit. We've got water cooling us now, so the heat is slightly less concerned, which is good because we are generating a lot of it. Get it done. Nope, got a miss in there too. But got the left side. Now Iolo is taking the brunt of the fire, which is helpful.
Something I can do.
Padre. I think we just... Oop. 80%. Oh, refire penalty. Alright, so here's the question. Is 80% enough for me to want to fire the AC-20 again? I think it is. Even though I hate the refire penalty. I think it makes the most sense to try and put out damage now. Oh, and he manages to hit that same side torso. Nice. There we go. Now the enemy Victor's just got its autocannon 20, which certainly no slump. But Iolo dodging the incoming autocannon fire.
Yep.
Oosiks doing a decent job of holding the line here. I think we want Blitz to move to a slightly larger engagement range, get a line on this quick draw. So what do we got? 65, 65. I think given how damaged this quick draw is, we'll skip the precision strike for now. Target moved. Yeah, just target move modifiers. And try and land as many hits as we can. Yes, we are overheating, but we're getting the job done regardless. Enemy quick draw goes down in a hail of fire.
Keep an eye on my heat, Commander.
Blitz is going to have to chill a bit. Well, new guy, Iolo, taking a few missiles there, but doing a good job of being the guy that is a target. Alright, so need to continue to work this Victor. Unfortunately, oh, there we go. I was afraid I was going to break line of sight from the Kentaro back here. I need new guy to continue to take those hits for us. Checking the heat scale. Water is a beautiful, beautiful heat sink.
Firing.
Victor is having a day. Leave the quality of that day up to the viewer. You can imagine what I'm thinking, the kind of day he's having. Kentaro in on Padre's Victor, landing all sorts of missile hits.
I'm taking some hits, huh? Right here.
But he is absolutely going to return the same in favor on this Victor
Aye, aye.
in the distance. With 95% chance to hit now, despite the refire penalty. drilling center of mass. And the victor on the enemy team goes down. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Padre gets himself a kill. So far, a kill for Blitz and a kill for Padre. One loss on the good guys team. Blitz. Now I think we want to get some slightly better position. Yeah, looks like best we can do. Let's get up the hill here. It's going to be 70% regardless of where I stand. So, back him up. This time we're going to watch our heat. Because at this point there isn't a strong need to be shutting down, that's for certain. There we go. Fire just the launcher.
10-4.
Cool it on the PPC for the moment. Land some missile hits. Padre having to tank. Kintaro letting loose. This is probably going to knock Padre down.
Oh boy, that's bad.
Down he goes.
Oh, I think I broke my collarbone. Orders?
New guy's going to have to step up and take the brunt here. Get right up in front.
Location confirmed.
Cover our man in the assault. Question is, which way do we go? Jenner's giving us a turn with no evasion. I think we need to take it while we can.
Here we go.
Lots of weapons. Solid hit. Carve off the left side. We can work with that.
Yeah.
Time for Padre to get up. Get back in this fight.
Alright, I'm up. Let's go.
%92 chance to hit on a 100 damage melee attack, or kind of middling numbers with weapons. I think Padre would want to smash someone in the face at this point. Let's go for the right-hand side position and
Okay.
smoke this Jenner from its left side. There you go. 2 confirmed kills for Padre. As the Oosiks begin to clean up.
Confirmed.
Blitz on the hill. I think I need Blitz to get down into the water because he's really struggling with the heat. Those Griffins are what they are. But you give them a little bit of extra cooling and suddenly everything is A-okay.
Mark it off with all weapons.
More missiles.
Damage, Commander.
Striking the victor. Padre keeping it upright though. New guy stepping up in front.
I got you.
Give the Kintaro something to chew on. Meanwhile, lasers everywhere. Spreading them around. Kind of in a slight, we'll call that a slight panic. IOLO doing his best to pin down this Kintaro and keep it from firing back. Which works out great for Padre because Padre's numbers are good. We're going to see broken parts here? No. This guarded Kintaro is just having a moment. Which is when it's time to break out the precision strikes. Blitz from a distance. PPC 85% chance to hit. Hits the arm for full effect. Stripping the armor off. Kentaro moving into melee with Padre. Hitting the leg. But getting the knockdown. Questionable call, I think, from Kentaro's standpoint. I think it would have been better off maintaining its guard or finding cover and continuing to use its missiles. So, unless this means it's overheating. Let's move to... we can actually see what we're doing here. ILO in the laser back. Continuing to drop the laser beats. New guy. It's going to get some work done. Kind of spreads the damage around.
Right here.
Padre, when punched, punches back.
No, nobody saw that, right?
Number's not perfect, but we'll take it. Right to the CT, stripping the armor off.
Yep.
Probably putting this within finishing distance for Blitz. 76 to the CT kills it, so it's not going to go down from one salvo. Target is covered, so we will precision strike this with the PPC. Oh, the shot goes wide. And Blitz pays for it by taking the return fire from the Kentaro. New guy Iolo. Let's check the damage indicators. 9 armor on the right, 38 armor on the left. Legs still got tons of armor, but probably still a better option to chip through the front than otherwise. So, get our move, keep our evasion up, just in case that Kentaro decides to get saucy.
Here we go.
And bring the laser heat. Again, kind of spraying, but get an arm, taking off half the missile armament of the mech.
Something I can do.
Padre looking to finish the job. Doesn't really have a good option to move through or forward, so we will just stand him there and deliver the blow.
I got him.
There goes the right side. Kentaro's down to a single launcher now, no arms, and gets the knockdown. Padre putting the hurt on the enemy Kentaro with his Victor, which is an unconventional choice for him, but, you know, I pushed the papers. We were working with what we got. Can Blitz score another kill before the day is out? Let's see if we can inspire this. It's only at 90, so let's move that up to 95. Center of mass, it's only got 54 health. He is in cover. I think we get there better. I think we get there faster with both the LRM, although the LRM is at woefully pitiful 2-hit numbers. But he gets the job done regardless. Blitz picks up a second kill. And the first lance of the OILER recruitment and training program evaluation stage is complete. Heading to the after action report, we have the unfortunate head cap on non-offensive Shadowhawk that was in prime condition to keep fighting. The rest of the lance pretty well held up. Padre's Victor will probably need some rework, but for the most part, mostly just armor damage. New guy and Blitz in their respective mechs coming out pretty clean, and the kill tally: 2 kills for Padre, 2 kills for Blitz. The enemy forces having gone down pretty spectacularly as we punch through their front armor and core them out left and right. 10 rounds, 24 minutes, 20 seconds. The kind of engagement that the Oosiks live for. 10 rounds approximating 100 seconds, so minute 40 in game time, if I'm remembering my tabletop scales correctly. One lance past the bar into the possibility of getting sent to the Aurigan Reach. Good match, and that'll be all for today's BattleTech in the Morning. I am the paper pusher, Captain Nips, for the Oosik Irregulars. Wishing you all a good day, and I will see all of you in the next video.